so this is the best game of the weekend. You got a little LA-Denver situation. Denver with the overtime win, a 1-0 lead in the series. Nikola Jokic, didn't even get a triple-double. 29, 12, and 9. Aaron Gordon finished with 25. Russell Westbrook, gotta love it. 15 points, 10 of those came in the fourth in overtime, including a 3 at the end of regulation. I'm so happy to see that happening. He also made a few pretty key defensive stops and plays there, and afterwards said his job is to bleep stuff up. Chandler, I love that this is for Russell Westbrook after all this talk about should he even be playing.
I love it, and we got to give him his credit, his flowers. As a former MVP, first ballot Hall of Fame guy, you know how hard it is to adjust your entire game and now be the guy on the team that does all the little stuff and plays hard and does the energy plays, and you're Russell Westbrook. So not a lot of guys of his caliber have ever done that. We've never seen many guys do this and transform into this great role player, whether he's coming off the bench, whether in the beginning of the season when they put him in the starting lineup and they got so much better. He is so valuable for this team. And you live with some of the mistakes he's going to make just of him being aggressive and getting downhill, playing too fast sometimes, but he's been great, and he's so key defensively for their team, and you know what you're going to get with Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, these guys, but Westbrook is the X factor. He's been that way all season long, and he's a huge reason why they won this game. And this series is awesome. This is probably the most competitive. This is probably going to go 6 or 7 games. This is the only game that wasn't a double-digit winner loss, which is crazy. Close. But this series is awesome, and I'm just happy.
We almost got a game winner. We almost had that.
I know.
Bet.
I've got 2. I've got that bet out there, so I was really close to 1. Dang it! Come on, guys. No, this was probably the most watchable.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Let's just take a break.
Guy.
I mean, this is out of control.
The hell was that?
Out of control. Really, dude? I got really scared because I was like, who is that?
I didn't know what was going to pop up, dude.
That was terrifying. Okay, let's go back. Did you want to say something about Russell Westbrook?
I kind of lost all thought after that.
Blacked out.
You got to stop accepting all the cookies, buddy.
You don't accept all cookies?
I'm sweating because of that now. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Man, that was sick.
Russell Westbrook.
Well, I mean,
Russell Westbrook. First of all, I'm all for any Russell Westbrook praise. I feel like this is a guy that always deserves it. This is a guy that gets a lot of heat, sometimes unwarranted. He's the ultimate competitor. He's the ultimate teammate. He continues to show it, through all adversity. Just a couple weeks ago, he was taking more heat for the Mike Malone firing, which I don't feel is fair. But through it all, he remains a professional. Through it all, he comes out, he competes at a high level. Through it all, he remains a really, really good teammate and leader. So he continues to show it. He came out, he played a big part in that win for them. And, I'm just happy for Russ. I'm glad he found a place that embraces him, accepts him, and he's able to go and show his value on an everyday basis. So shout out to Russ. That's my piece.
And remember, this is somebody whose name was getting brought up about somebody getting fired about 2 weeks ago.
Over again.
Exactly.
Because not playing them, wanting to play them, you gotta have Russell Westbrook on the floor in these type of environments, in these situations, to give you an opportunity to win basketball games. Like, he doesn't play perfect, but again, when you have somebody that plays hard, that pay attention to everything that's needed, that does all the dirty work, that's a former MVP, you got to have him on the floor, good, bad, or indifferent.
And remember last week we were talking about Jalen Pickett, the young kid. Do they play him? Do they develop him? 4 minutes. Russell Westbrook, 34 minutes. So
then why did everyone get fired?
The importance of him. Was Malone wrong for playing him? Because he should have played him.
Malone shouldn't have been fired.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. They were calling it feast or famine with Russ, and then right in that moment he hits the 3. It was pretty perfect timing. There was a moment in the fourth quarter. Jokic was spicy yesterday. He and Jeff Van Gundy having a little more moment. Yeah, he was spicy. He had some spicy moments with the ball, just trying to rip it up. By the way, is Van Gundy stronger than we think?
I don't know.
What is this?
We call that old man strength.
Yeah. It is crazy. Jokic could have took the ball from him.
No.
But if we do this, it's delay a game. Was this not a delay a game?
Chandler, you never heard of old man strength?
Yeah, of course I have.
That is some real.
Is he holding that basketball the same way he was holding the long
Jeff Van Gundy, with a straight face. He didn't budge at all.
Is Jokic weak or is Van Gundy?
I mean, Jokic's actually getting his legs involved. So,
I'm so
Jokic
lost.
is trying.
Yeah.
That was
crazy.
tactic,
Shout out to Jeff, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was impressive.
Look at facial expression doesn't change.
Yeah, okay.
He might be a serial killer.
He looked
That
him in his
man's really
eyes.
scary.
He looked him in the
I
eyes.
see my boy JP. He had a little tug on the ball too. Shout out to JP.
But it's just chaos. But Jokic had a couple of those moments. He was not messing around.
Is this real?
This is real. What do you mean, is this real? No, it's AI.
And there was no delay in game. So hold on, let me just say, the coach can just grab the ball and hold the ball and stop to play the game.
Well, I think what happened was they
Well, the
didn't have
referee
anything
not there
anyways.
yet either.
Yeah.
So
It was like
there you
real
go.
quick.
I'm kind of upset that Jokic is struggling.
I think he's selling it. I think he's doing the.
Selling
I think
it?
he's selling it, trying to get it to something.
Who's selling it?
Jokic. There's no way he can't pick the ball.
He's
Jeff
definitely,
would he
he's
sell
definitely
it?
got his legs involved in this
It looks
stuff.
that way.
JP,
It does.
the trainer, had the ball too, y'all. It was
So
it was
it's four
It was
hands.
4-on-2.
Okay.
But they had it.
We're talking about 7 foot 260.
Hey man, get your push-ups in.
Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
We got to talk at least a little bit from the Clippers side. 20 turnovers, which led to 29 points for Denver. James Harden, though, said that, you know what? Yeah, we lost, but it was as close as it was, and it was all self-inflicted, so they don't feel that down on themselves, Lou. You agree?
No, that's one way to look at it, though. I mean, stay positive. But, again, 20 turnovers, 29 lead to points, and a lot of those were unforced. Like, it wasn't like Denver was taking anything away. Even the one that Russell Westbrook had where it went off of James Harden, like, that's just careless. They gotta have more attention to detail, you know, especially in these scenarios. They're a top 5 defensive rebounding rating team. They gave up 4 offensive rebounds in under 2 minutes when the game was on the line, when this was a back and forth. Those are the things that will beat you, that did beat them. But again, that's attention to detail. So for me, I don't feel encouraged about this. Yeah, I can chop these down a half. I can chop down the opportunities that I give them at the rim. I can do all of those things, but I can control my effort. So with that being said, no, I don't feel encouraged about this. This was something that we should have paid attention to from the beginning. I'm sure they'll make their corrections come game 2, but I don't hang my hat on being confident in that part of it, no.
I think that at least they think they did enough to win the game. You know what I mean? They know they can compete. They know they can go back and clean some things up. And like Kawhi Leonard had 7 turnovers. If he has 5, they probably win the game. Norman Powell had 4 turnovers. If there's not that careless with the ball, and again, you have to give Denver some kind of credit for being physical, making them play a little faster than usual. But a lot of these, they're shot themselves in the foot, which is what I think James Harden is saying. Like,
that's why I'm beefing. That's why I'm fighting that.
Right there. Like, we win
These
the game.
are unforced turnovers. It wasn't like Denver was doing anything to speed them up. A lot of these were unforced turnovers, and they're running out and getting and scoring points on them. So that's just telling me there's no attention to detail now. So again, will they correct these things? Absolutely. I think that was a very winnable game for the Clippers, and they let it slip away based on just being careless with the basketball. Yeah, they can have confidence in knowing that they can clean those things up, but if you didn't do it the first game, and it was unforced turnovers, what happens when they ratchet that pressure up? What happens when they start jumping into the passing lanes? What version of this team do you get from there?
I'm really bummed, Lou. I feel like that was a chance at one of the game winners we needed. So if we could get
That was the only one.
Stop. No, just for this series. I only have it for this series. Just come on, make it happen. All right, we're going to talk about this next game, although I don't know what.
Đang xây để biết. Đó là tòa nhà. Ở đâu nhỉ? 7 độ 72 7 hay là 12 độ Richter.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là cái quạt. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là quạt mo ạ. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nha.
Ui ôi. Quay cận cảnh luôn à.
Không có loại nước để xem đây còn làm tiếng Việt.
Người thật. Người sụp cầu luôn à.
Mọi người ơi, đây màu trắng. Trắng nha. Long hơn.
Ở Việt Nam bị động đất. cái bể cá.
Việt Nam một lớp như thế này. Covid nhanh lên.
Ủa.
Biết được. Mọi người ơi, đây là hai màu này. Đây là hai màu.
Nhanh lên Quân ơi.
Biết được.
Nhanh đi chứ. Cứ nhanh lên rồi còn này đi đâu cho đi chứ.
Biết chưa?
Này em làm được nửa video nha. Em không muốn tắt đâu.
Viết bài cả bút. Mẹ mình.
Quân.
Nhưng mà chưa đẹp cái này
Xin
rồi.
chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng, và hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là lồng bạc. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là tủ lạnh. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nhá. Đéo có gì chữ đi, cho người ta nhìn quen cả. Nhưng mà chữ con trai thế là được.
Ủa nhưng mà vẫn em phải xóa video chưa?
3 lần rồi, chưa xóa cái nào hết. Tí.
Chưa xóa cái nào hết rồi. Mày cứ nói.
Tí.
Trong lúc mấy anh đang dùng mà tự nó